such a nice time of year. Things are starting to cool down. Again, hopefully people are getting into the swing of their practice. If they're going to work on a day-to-day basis, or if you have classes that you're attending, hopefully you're kind of settling into the groove and figuring out how to juggle your work life, school life, with your personal life, your passions and your hobbies. So today's practice is going to be about balance, because we try to spread ourselves so super thin, trying to do a million things at once, especially in our society. Being go, 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 constantly doing something is what's really revered, even though if you go to other parts of the world, taking 3-hour naps or just relaxing and taking time to just sit on a bench or at a park are really valued there. Those are things I think we can kind of take from those other parts of the world and try and apply here, especially since we're so like, wow. So let's just go ahead and take a moment sitting here, deep breath in. Just breathing, just taking notice of your body, how you're feeling this morning. Have there been areas in your life where you've been kind of just pushing yourself too much, spreading yourself too thin, burning the candles from both ends, so to speak? And how can you dial some things back? Where can you find the space in your life to come to your yoga practice, to just make time for yourself, and to not be so burnt out? We're going to take another inhale, reaching the arms up, keeping the shoulders rolling back into the ears. And exhale, twist to the right, placing your left hand on your right knee. Right hand reaches behind you, twisting to look back over that right shoulder. And inhale the arms back up to center. You can even give a slight back bend here if you wish. And exhale, twisting to the left, right hand comes to left knee now. Ooh, I got a pop. Twisting over to look at that left shoulder. Every time I inhale, I lengthen. Every time I exhale, I twist and sink just a little bit deeper. And then inhale the arms back up to center. Let's go ahead and just kind of come to the side for a second into a little tabletop position. I'm going to tuck my toes. So if your feet are pointed out like this, I'm going to flex my toes towards the ground, tuck my toes under my feet as I sit my heels, or as I sit my bottom back towards my heels. So this will probably be really intense if you sit a lot, wear shoes a lot, if you don't toe sit. So just take your time from this point here and slowly ease yourself onto your heels, sitting up nice and tall. Taking a nice breath, shoulders are rolled back. Really make sure that even your pinkies are tucked. Every toe is spread and has equal pressure. If this gets too intense for you at any point, you can always untuck the toes, point, and then come back to stretch the ankles. But this is really important. We always want to start from our foundation up, just like a house. We want to make sure that our feet are really open, which will open our legs, which will open our back, which will open our shoulders, our neck, and so on and so forth. I definitely like to hold this for a while. The mind gives up before the body does, so just think, breathe. Try not to give in to the shakiness if you're starting to kind of want to run from it. Try to sit for as long as you can. And then when you're ready, exhale, leaning forward, untuck the toes, so now pointing the feet, coming back onto the ankles. I can even play with lifting one knee, then the other, or both. You can even kind of like roll around on the tops of the ankles. This is a good massage. Hopefully you have a nice comfortable mat. All right, and then just planting our hands, fingers really nice and wide, right out in front of us. I'm going to reach my shoulders, keeping a nice straight arm here, past my wrists. So just stretching the wrists and the forearms here. If you're a typer, a texter, or if you practice handstands, it's really good for you to do is stretch your wrists, stretch your hands. And slowly rocking off of those wrists. Go ahead and rotate the hands so the thumbs are out, fingers are facing towards the knees, replanting the hands, and slowly rocking back towards the heels. And then rocking forward to take that pressure off. Now I'm going to place the tops of my hands right on the mat, so my palms are facing up at the ceiling, and same thing, slowly rocking back towards the heels. This one's my favorite stretch of the three. And go ahead and rock forward, shaking out the wrists. Fingers, and then coming into a nice tabletop. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. I'm going to plant my left hand in the middle of the mat, reach my right arm up nice and tall, keeping my hips square. Nice inhale, exhale, weave that right arm through, and then pulling my hips back towards my feet. Trying to peel my chest open up towards the ceiling so I can really feel the stretch in the back of my shoulder. And then when you're ready, exhale, planting that left hand, reaching that right arm back up. And exhale, plant that right arm down. Placing it in the middle of your mat. Inhale, reach that left arm up nice and tall. It really helps if you just keep the hips square, because if they start to reach up with your arm, you're not really getting that side stretch. I usually get some good pops in this one. And exhale, threading that arm through. And exhale, bringing that arm back down. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, coming back to your tabletop. So resetting if you need to, making sure everything's in alignment. We're gonna inhale, reach the left arm up and the right leg up and back. So instead of kind of going like this, I tend to do that as well. Pull that low belly up and in. Let's see if we can see this better. So we're gonna pull that low belly up and in, keeping everything really engaged here, nice and strong. I'm reaching out through every toe, every finger, holding and breathing. And exhale, bringing my left elbow to my right knee, arching the spine. Inhale, back open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. This time, inhale, reach your left arm up, back and around to hook your right ankle. Kick that ankle into your hand. So this is me pulling on my ankle. This is my ankle pulling on me. And really strong here, really lifted. Breathing. And exhale, slowly release. Taking a breath here. And then now lifting the left leg, left arm. A little bit more of a challenge here since it's one side. Breathe and place it back down. Now we're going to come into a side plank here. You can always keep one foot in front of the other, so you have 2 feet planted, or stack, or lift a leg. Trying to pull that side body up, reaching the left arm up, staying in a nice plane, or you can also have your hand on your hip, whatever modification you need on your own here. And exhale, plank, optional chaturanga if you want. I'm going to inhale, push my toes forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, pull my chest through, keeping the tops of my feet strong. And exhale, rolling over those toes. Down dog. Hello, first down dog of the morning. Just breathing here, taking some time. Doing what's good for you. Pedaling the feet is an option. You can even bend the knees, taking the hips to one side. And then the opposite gives a good side stretch here. Back to down dog. Now inhale, bend the knees, looking up at your hands. Go ahead and step or hop to the front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Now let us hang here for a moment or two as well. It really helps if you have some tight hamstrings, so say you're feeling some low back pain. You might want to reach for that flat back, so my shoulders rolling back, my chest is presented. This is not a flat back, this is a flat back. And holding my flat back as I hinge forward at the hips. And then now I'm taking my weight over the balls of my feet instead of in my heels. And that should really elongate the backs of the legs here. When I first started acro, I couldn't even reach my shins. Now, 5 years later, I can. And then inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up nice and tall. And exhale, mountain pose. So standing really strong here. You can lift all 10 toes, spread them out really wide, and then try to place them down one toe at a time, pinky to big toe, letting them rest softly. And then pulling the arches up, my thighs, instead of just kind of hanging out on one hip, I'm actually rolling my thighs back while I tilt my pelvis down and forward. It kind of gives me length in my sternum here, which allows me to roll my shoulders back. Chin is slightly lifted. So if you can do this in front of a mirror, before a meeting or an interview, or just any time throughout your day, this helps to give you a lot of confidence. Smile. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up, grasping the left wrist with your right arm. Take that left wrist all the way out to the right, letting your left hip kick out to the side. We really want to make sure we're staying in one plane here though still. So I'm rolling that top shoulder back and open. The weight is coming out of my right foot a little here. I could even kind of tiptoe it. And then inhale back up to center. Right wrist in left palm. Exhale, reaching over to the right, or sorry, the left. Really kicking that hip out. Breathing into that side body. Feeling it expand. And inhale, arms up. You can give a slight back bend. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Optional chaturanga if you just want to meet us in your down dog today. That's totally fine. Every direction I give is just a suggestion. You know your body better than I do. Taking a moment to breathe here. And then exhale, bringing the knees back into tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders. Coming into alignment here. Then when you're all set, inhale, lift that right arm now, and the left leg. So now we're going opposite side as last time, and then my body just naturally dips. I think that this would probably happen with anybody. I gotta pull that up and in, and really extend out. And I also tend to want to put all of my weight into my legs. So I really need to make sure that I stay centered over that foot or over that leg and hand. Breathing here, staying really strong and engaged, especially in the tummy. As you can see the difference. I'm working. And exhale, knee to elbow, inhale out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open. And exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open to wrap around. My thumb is facing up, hooking my ankle. My foot kicks into that hand, pulling my shoulder away, but I'm trying to take my torso forward still. Gotta create that counter pull. Breathe. And exhale, slowly lowering the hand and the foot. And shake out that other arm if you need to. My shoulders tend to be a bit tight. Taking a moment here, and then if you can, if you're ready, taking that right arm up, right leg up, and hold. Woo. My left side offers a whole new challenge that my right side didn't feel. We always have one side that's a little bit more dominant than the other. We tend to rely on using one more than the other. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Go ahead and press back into your down dog. Pedaling out the feet. And then go ahead and inhale the left leg up, trying to keep the hips square again, while reaching this foot as high as you can. Little down dog split action. My heel is still reaching to the floor on my right leg. And breathe. And then go ahead and bend that knee, taking your foot into your bottom. A lot of people tend to kind of open here and put most of their weight into the leg into the side of the leg that's still planted. But you really want to keep both of your shoulders square and your weight evenly distributed between your hands. Breathing. you have a wild thing practice, go ahead and drop that left foot back behind your leg, twisting to arch up and reach out and down with that free hand. And then exhale, rotating back. If you can, single leg chaturanga here, optional. And exhale back, pedaling the feet. Now taking that right leg up, sweeping up nice and tall. I'm always lifting and working for more height each time, even though I'm still working to keep my hips square, legs spiraling together. Energetically, of course. Make sure your neck is free here. Shoulders are planted down the spine. Go ahead and bend that knee, taking your heel to your glute. And then exhale, lowering that right leg into your wild thing. And then coming back, single leg chaturanga, if it's in your practice. Exhale, down dog. And then go ahead and inhale, bend the knees, looking up at the hands, step or hop your feet forward. Exhale, forward fold. Now this time, we're gonna bend the knees deeply. Inhale, sweep the arms up. So my bottom here is kind of tilted up. Tilt that bottom down and forward. Our weight is more into our heels so we can see our toes in front of our knees. Spiraling the pinkies in towards the ears and back away from us so we can roll those shoulders down. Breathing here, chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. All right, we're gonna do this 2 more times. If just chair is enough for you, please stay there. Don't feel like you have to push yourself, but now we're gonna add some twist to it. So deep bend in the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up, scoop that tailbone down and forward, lift the chest. And now bringing the palms together, exhale, twist to the left, hooking that right elbow on your left knee. Now when you go for a twist, a lot of people's knees kind of traction out. You want to make sure that they're still staying in the same plane so one's not more in front of the other. And I'm really using that elbow to anchor and help twist my torso open. You can even open the arms here and pressing my right arm into my left shin. And exhale, forward fold. It's all about that balance and building that fire for some energy. And deep bend in the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up. And bringing those hands to heart center, exhale, twist to the left. You can open those arms again if you'd like, or to the right. And exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and Inhale, reach those arms up. And then this time, we're gonna try for a squat all the way to the floor. If you have to take the legs wider than hip distance, that's okay. I like to try for a yogi squat, so my toes together, ankles slightly apart, hands to heart center to keep the torso nice and tight. Exhale, I'm gonna sit all the way down. Hold for a moment while I hover. Pulling that chest through still. And then slowly planting my bottom and scooching all the way back and out. Laying out for Savasana, tucking the shoulders underneath the spine, letting the legs fall to the side, hands fall to the side. Allowing yourself to take in everything that you just practiced. Feel that warmth in your body. Allow it to beckon you in, so to speak, to relax, to melt into the floor. Now that we've created all of this new space in our bodies, use this as an inspiration to create space in your life. To breathe, to sit, to just be. Now please feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But whenever you're ready, go ahead and wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. And take the arms up overhead for a nice full body stretch. And then keeping one arm up, rolling to that side, resting your head. And then with the eyes closed still, slowly pressing up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Bringing the hands to heart center. Whenever I'm in my namaste prayer position, I always like to say a little prayer, and I wouldn't necessarily say I'm religious, I'm more spiritual than religious, but even if you just think of it as positive affirmations and not necessarily praying, I just like to thank my body for all the processes that go on without my awareness. My body just breathes and digests and circulates blood, and I appreciate all the support that I have in my life, all the friends and family that love and guide me, always there to catch me when I need them, who are there to celebrate with me through my successes. I hope that you can find at least a few things to be thankful for in this moment. Be thankful for yourself. Be thankful for the space that you just created within yourself. Space must be created for new things to come into play, new and better things. It's scary to let go, but it's okay. I love and honor the light in you. Namaste.